Good afternoon. I'm Chief Bearer of the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. This afternoon at approximately 15:40, 3:40 in the afternoon, officers responded to 2100 block of Roy Baker Street, Dr. Roy Baker, in reference to a school bus that has sustained a gunshot wound to the front windshield. Initial investigation revealed that as the school bus was pulling into a nearby apartment complex, it engaged two individuals who were exchanging gunfire with one another, and the bus subsequently sustained a shot to the front windshield. At this time, it does not appear that the school bus was targeted. There are no injuries reported. JFRD did respond to the scene and did check out all of the occupants. A reunification center was set up, and all of the students have been reunified with their parents and taken home safely. We're still very early in the investigation, but I will try to answer any questions you all may have. And with that, I'll open it up to you.
So, as far as the people that were shooting at the apartment complexes, what's the status of them? Are they in custody? Are you still looking for them?
So again, it's still early in the investigation. We are still trying to locate those individuals. There's not a threat to the public at this time. I believe it to be an isolated incident between either two individuals or two groups of individuals. Again, I just want to stress that the school bus was not targeted and no one on the school bus was injured at all.
Was this inside the complex?
So that's really, again, and I know I keep saying it's early in the investigation, but I do want to just stress that point. We're still trying to find out exactly where the two groups of individuals were. We're trying to locate witnesses that may have seen where they may have been postured or where they were standing. But we do know that the school bus was turning into the apartment complex when it was struck.
I guess out of an abundance of caution, the bus driver kept driving and pulled into...
So the bus driver actually removed herself from the situation, which was the right thing to do, and then called the police. Immediately upon receiving the call, officers responded, made sure that the individuals were taken to a safe location where we had JFRD respond, check out all the kids, make sure everybody was okay, check out the driver, make sure she was okay, and then the first thing that we have to do at that point is set up a reunification center, so that way we can ensure that all the occupants are given back to their parents.
Do you know how many kids were on the bus?
Approximately 30.
30?
30.
What was the age ranges of these kids?
So again, early in the investigation, until we have confirmation on a lot of investigative leads, we're not going to release the age range at this point.
There appears to be some confusion as to which school. Like, was this a bus that housed kids from two different schools?
So, and again, that's why we try not to give out, information that we can't confirm. At this time, we're still working through all that, but I can tell you that none of the students were injured. The school bus was not targeted, and the reunification process has been complete, and the children are home safely with their parents.
Did the bullet go through the windshield and lodge inside, or how
So at this point, we're still working through that. Evidence technicians and detectives from our robbery and violent crime unit are on scene conducting their investigation, so more information will come as it develops.
So can you at least say if it's a private school bus then, or was it belong to these UPS?
So Duval County Public Schools did respond and aid in the investigation. You would have to reach out to them. I'm not exactly sure what the exact status of the school is.
From a law enforcement perspective, can you talk about the frustration that's involved maybe with you and many of your fellow officers when you hear of something like this, a school bus, even though it wasn't targeted, but a school bus receiving a gunshot, just being at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah,
Talk about the frustration as a law enforcement.
Sure, I think it frustrates all law enforcement officers regardless of where you're at, especially in this community. The sheriff has made it very clear that violent crime will not be tolerated in this city, and we will allocate all the resources we have and all the efforts we can to put individuals who are responsible for that violence to justice. So.
You said that the bus driver removed themselves from the situation, calling that like the right move, then calling police. Can you explain what you mean by that in terms of removing themselves from the situation?
Yeah, again, we'd have to wait until the investigation comes to complete to say exactly how far they moved. I do know that she took the safety of the children and primary, and she made sure that all the children were safe on the bus.
Basically drove from there to here.
Again, we'd have to look at the timeline to find out exactly when they were moved and if it happened subsequently, immediately following, or how it worked. So.
Do you know, in terms of the beginning part of the shooting, when the two were at least shooting at each other, or whatever was going on there, was anyone else hurt in that? Were there any other structures hit, cars hit from that initial gunfire?
Yeah, I have not heard of anything else being struck at this time.
Can you talk about, there's always this saying that bullets have no names, and this is a really good example of how a stray bullet, and when it comes to gunfire, can go in any direction. Can you talk about, to some extent, how lucky this situation, or a portion of this situation, was that you didn't have multiple people that were hit.
Yeah,
People.
absolutely. So sure, again, as we talked about, it's an occupied school bus, right? We have children on the school bus. We have individuals that are engaging in an active gunfight. We have a hospital in a nearby vicinity. It was inside of an apartment complex. It's just extremely reckless, violent behavior that won't be tolerated.
Can you say? I mean, again, I hate to ask this again, but do you know which bus company? I'm just trying to.
Yeah,
figure that out.
we don't know. I can't confirm which bus company was involved at this time.